Alright, hello guys, my name is Ace, and this is gonna be my speedrun of Portal without cheating. So, time is going to start whenever my crosshair shows up on screen, and that is going to be in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is Portal Glitchless. Right now we're stuck in the vault for a minute until that timer goes down and GLaDOS lets us out. But in the meantime, I can explain a little bit about the game. For anyone who doesn't know what Portal is, first of all, you should probably get out of the rock that you're probably living under. But second of all, this is a game, well, a puzzle game, where you shoot portals and walk through them and complete puzzles. But even without glitches, we can skip basically every single puzzle in the game. So, whenever I get let out of here, I'm going to do that. Eventually. But for the meantime, we can screw around a little bit. Get the lamp stuck in the ceiling or something. Alright. So as soon as this portal opens, I am going to jump out of it. I'm going to be jumping pretty much at all times because I get a little bit of a boost forward every time I jump. So it's the fastest way for us to travel around without glitches.
Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing.
And we have to just slowly make our way through these first few chambers, unfortunately. These puzzles are made as like a tutorial chamber somewhat of how buttons and portals work. So there's not much we can do to really speed them up other than trying to do it quickly. Fun fact though, if you allowed cheats or glitches in this game, you could actually skip this chamber right here by getting the button in the other room stuck. But we don't allow cheating in this category. Whoa! Okay. Pay no attention to that. Anyways, as I was saying... No cheating in this category. None at all. Now we're gonna be locked in this room for a little bit. This is a very important strat for me to jump on top of this door. If you do not successfully jump on top of this door, your run is actually dead. There is 0 point in getting on top of this door, but if you do not get on top of the door, your run is invalid. And you're not allowed to submit it and you have to reset. Now we're gonna jump down and get the portal gun. And this is whenever we're gonna get to go a little bit faster, because we're gonna be using the portal gun to travel around mostly, because jumping may be the fastest form of movement whenever we're just trying to get from, like, place to place without portals, but once we have the portals, you can just teleport with them, pretty much. Teleport to a different part of the room. So there's no point in jumping around whenever you can just portal everywhere.
Remember, the Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect time to have her tested.
So for Chamber 4, once I get into the map, I'm going to jump over next to where the orange portal is going to open up, and I'm going to shoot my blue portal down into this pit and grab the cube as it's falling. Skip having to go down into the pit to actually grab the cube, and we're going to make our way to the elevator. There's a lot of what the beginning chambers in Glitchless are. It's just finding really small ways to just optimize the puzzles that you have to do. But once you get the double portal gun, just by having good movement and some skill in this game, you can skip every puzzle in the game. And even you can skip some with, or you can even skip some with just a single portal gun, as we'll see in the next few chambers. So now we have to wait for GLaDOS to finish her voice line here, so we can screw around for a little bit. Stick this radio through the glass. Stand on top of this camera until it jettisons us into the elevator. Fun stuff. Now, as I said, we're going to be able to skip these next few puzzles pretty easily. I'm going to jump out of this elevator, and I'm going to shoot a portal on the roof here, and I'm just going to jump down through the portal, onto the ending platform instead of doing the puzzle with the energy orb. And the next chamber, this one can be sort of tricky for new runners, but once you get the hang of this one, this is a pretty easy trick to do. So I'm going to line up my crosshair here while I'm in the elevator, and as soon as the elevator door opens, I'm going to fire it at the ceiling. And now I'm going to jump through the portal, shoot the portal on the wall, and use that to fling myself to the end.
Flashing hazard lights have been found to agitate the high energy pellet and have therefore been disabled for your safety.
So in chamber 8, the next chamber, we're also going to skip this chamber, or skip this puzzle. We're going to shoot a portal up in this corner, jump across to this place right here, and then wonder why I'm not quick saving. Okay, there we go. Try that again. So we're gonna just jump on top of this block up here, and then down to the ending platform.
Good luck. Very impressive.
I've been doing mostly single segment categories, so I keep forgetting that quick saves are a thing. Alright, so chamber 9, unfortunately we cannot actually skip this chamber, but also fortunately, this is a really quick puzzle to do. So we're just gonna grab this cube, chuck it on the button, and make our way to the elevator. That's all there is to that. A lot of the skill, once you're trying to optimize your time a lot in this category, is getting really good at throwing cubes. There are a lot of really small but important time saves that you can have in this category just by getting really good at throwing cubes. That right there is one of them. So for chamber 10, we're just going to back our way through the portal there, skip a little bit of the jumping that we have to do, and now we're just going to fling ourselves to the end, skip a single cycle. Normally you'd have to fling yourself down and then fling yourself again, but we fall into the portal in a way that gets us all the way to the end. Now for chamber 11, we're going to be getting the double portal gun now, and once we get the double portal gun, we're going to be going a lot faster. So we're going to portal our way over there, jump down onto it, hit this button to open up the door, and now we're just going to get into the elevator. There's going to be a lot of portal shots that I do in this category where it doesn't seem like I'm moving very far, but anything is faster than just kind of walking and jumping to places. So if I have the option to portal somewhere, I'm going to choose to do that. Now we're going to do a little bit of a skip here. We're going to fling ourselves... Oh, well, I was supposed to do a little skip. You can fling yourself up to this platform without having to go in the portal twice, which is what I attempted to do. But now I'm going to do another little skip here. I'm going to chuck the cube down onto the button. That's a very difficult throw, by the way. But you chuck the cube down to the button so that you don't have to go down there and place it yourself. And that's another thing that I was talking about, where you can save a good deal of time just by getting good at cube throws. Now for chamber 13, this one's going to go by pretty quickly. We can skip having to get the other cube in this chamber by just standing on one of the buttons ourselves and then portaling to the end room.
If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out. An intubation associate will be dispatched to revive.
The next chamber in this run. This one is one that, it's infamous for just being forgotten about by speedrunners. Speedrunners will forget that it exists because it goes by pretty quickly. It's happened many times where I'll forget that the next chamber I'm doing is 14, and I'll forget that I'm supposed to look up and fire a portal immediately, and I'll lose a ton of time and then lose the run that way. So on this chamber, this first part is on a cycle. We do actually have to complete part of this puzzle, but we're going to do it pretty quickly. We're going to get this energy ball into this receiver as quick as we can. And now we're going to skip an additional puzzle by flinging ourselves over here and then doing a couple portal stands. So standing on the portals while I'm firing more to just stay in, or to skip my way through the little goo tunnel and then fling myself to the end. So this next chamber, this is the turret chamber that we're coming up on. This chamber is hard. I'm not going to be able to really talk while I'm doing it because I'm going to have to concentrate. But the basic premise of what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be shooting a lot of portals and moving really quickly to dodge the turret's line of fire and line of sight. And ideally, I'll get through really quickly without dying, but we'll see what happens. Alright, nice. That was decent. It could have been a little better. I fired a wrong portal at one point, but it was still good.
That Android Hell is a real place where you will be sent at the first sign of defiance.
The Chamber 17 is the companion cube chamber. We're gonna get our little buddy, the companion cube, that every speedrunner of this game hates with a burning passion. In the your normal casual playthrough, you're gonna come to like your companion cube, and you'll be a little sad whenever GLaDOS wants you to kill it at the end. But for speedrunners, we're not only happy that we get to kill the companion cube, we're overjoyed that we get to kill this companion cube, because this companion cube is a little bastard. And he'll get us killed by the energy ball, refuse to stand on top of this camera here that we're trying to use to skip the entire puzzle. But fortunately, things went well for us this time. So, even though it may not seem like this companion cube deserves death, it deserves to be sacrificed just like all the other companion cubes, because it's related to them, and I still hate their race.
Congratulations.
Also, don't ban me, Twitch, I'm being racist for the meme. So for Chamber 18, normally there is a long part, or puzzle-ish part of this chamber where you have to deal with a bunch of turrets and a couple more energy balls. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna grab this camera here, set it next to this door, and now we're gonna go push the button to open this door and then prop it open with the camera. And because we've propped open the camera, we can shoot a portal onto the other side of it and then just immediately go to this part of it. Now we can go to the end. I'm gonna attempt to do a skip here, just to skip one of the platform cycles, and I got it. Instead of having to do, like, go up and down an additional time right there, I just shot that surface from that one down there. Saves a good deal of time. So now we're coming up on a lot of the really hard chambers in this run. 19 to the end is all very difficult and very fast-paced. So, hopefully I can get through it without getting a scratch on me. But we'll see. The first thing I'm gonna do is, instead of doing the puzzle here, I'm just gonna portal peek my way to the end of Chamber 19. And now we're gonna escape from GLaDOS before she's realized that we've actually escaped. So I'm just gonna be shooting portals and kind of running my way through the back of this facility. Come on. There we go.
All aperture technologies remain safely operational up to 4,000 degrees Kelvin.
So that could have gone a little better, but that's alright. Doesn't need to go perfectly. So now, I'm gonna do another skip up here in a second. Instead of running all the way around the back of this thing, I'm gonna stand in a spot right here, just jump and shoot a portal into the end room, and then make my way to the end of the map. Now this is another really fast-paced map. Just gonna do a quick portal peek to get myself into this area. And now, I'm going to jump on this piston, use the piston to fling myself up through a portal, and then fall back down into it. And now we're just going to do a couple portal peeks to get ourselves to the end of the map again. Uh-oh. That was close. Alright, so this next escape chapter, this is one of the hardest maps in the game, but also one of my favorites. I'm a big fan of the movement that you have to do here. First, I'm going to just run past this turret here, and I'm going to set up this portal so that I can use it for a skip here. So this skip is called Turret Flippy Skippy Tricky Flingy Wingy Swingy Thingy, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fling myself up and shoot a portal into this room, and then back behind me into the room where the turret is, so I can use this turret to shoot out the glass in this room. And now, because the glass has been shot out, the missile turret's now activated, and which is useful because now I can use the missile turret to shoot out this final pane of glass, and then use another portal to fling myself into the vent, and then get myself to the end of the map. So now we just have to get to GLaDOS' room now. So I'm gonna do a quick portal fling. Oof, that could have been better. So I'm gonna fling myself out to the side and then shoot a portal into the end room and skip the whole turret thing. Now, we just have to get to GLaDOS' room. And here we are. So for the GLaDOS fight, if we were doing, or if we were allowing cheats and glitches and stuff, we would just use a turret to knock all the cores off of GLaDOS and basically kill her instantly. But because we don't cheat in this category, we're gonna actually play the boss fight. So the first thing we're gonna do is forget to actually press the button here and lose some time. Oh my god. Send help, I'm dumb. There we go. And we're gonna stick the core in the incinerator. So now, there is a skip for this boss fight that I'm going to do. So normally, you would have to use the rocket turret that comes up in the boss fight to redirect rockets into GLaDOS and stuff. And the rockets take a long time to travel, and the rocket turret takes a long time to lock onto you. But if I line myself up in a certain way on this platform, and this is a very precise lineup, I can actually get the rocket turret to just shoot directly at GLaDOS from here, which eliminates the travel time of the rocket and a lot of the time that it takes the rocket turret to aim. And the reason why this is such a precise trick is because there's a giant block right here programmed into the map that removes turrets and any AI's line of sight. Ooh, I missed. Try that again. Alright, so now while the core is being placed, I'm going to jump across and hit the button so that the incinerator is already open and I can just place the core in there. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to set up another portal by the button and line myself up for the turret to shoot GLaDOS. And now we're going to jump over to it, push the button, now grab this core, and this one we're not going to portal in, we're just going to jump over and dump it. And now we've only got one hit left. We're not going to set up a portal beforehand for this one. This one we're just going to have the turret shoot at GLaDOS immediately. Now we're going to grab the core and kill GLaDOS. And time. Time. There we go. Now, I'm going to screw around a little bit here since I've got some time to kill. Oh, okay. I was planning on going to the cake room using some glitches, but I guess I'm down here instead. But yeah, that's Portal Glitchless. Kind of. $17 flat. Nice, that's actually pretty good. So now if we want to wait here for a little bit, see the ending cutscene, if people actually want to see it.
Thank you for assuming the party as code submission position.
What's my time actually without loads? Hold on. I had my splitter open, I just wasn't looking at it. Okay, so that's a 1644 without loads. That's not that bad. I actually thought it was worse. There's nothing else I really want to show, I don't think. Even though I've got some time to kill. So, once we see our little companion cube and our cake. And I'm gonna prepare for the next portal run I have to do in a few hours. There we go. So yeah, that's Portal Glitchless.